Till death do us part. Hey cuties, Peachy here. Welcome back to a new video, and in this video we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the brand new Skullector Emily Corpse Bride doll. Oh my gosh, I was able to get her from Smith's Toys and they delivered her a couple days later, and I am aware that the actual official drop on Mattel Creations and like Amazon and Target has been a doozy. You know, like apparently she sold out the members only window, and then the public sale sold out. Insane. I honestly was not anticipating this drop, like for her to go this way, because she is a mass-produced doll. She's not supposed to be exclusive or, you know, limited in any way. So if you were not able to get her, don't worry. She is supposed to come back in stock. I'm assuming sometime in September and August, so just, you know, stay tuned, keep checking the listings, and don't worry. Again, this is not supposed to be a one-off Skullector release of Mattel Creations. Like, she's supposed to be available like the Beetlejuice 2-pack recently, so I wouldn't worry too much. And for European fans, check Smith's Toys, because they also are selling her. Apparently that's where I got her from. I'm so happy to have her in person and to be able to review her, because as you can see I do have an attachment to this movie. This is the DVD from the movie that I got way back when I was visiting my family in El Salvador, and you can tell it's in Spanish here. And also you can tell this is not the official DVD, it's the pirated version, because this is what you would do. You would buy the knockoff, like the pirated versions in El Salvador. You know, it's just because it's too expensive to buy the actual official ones. So it's honestly crazy that I still have it, but honestly it feels like this is a full circle moment, because now, you know, we started here and we're now here with a full-on official doll collaborating with Monster High. So take a look at the packaging. Of course, we have one side with Emily with her gorgeous face. We have the background here where we can see her in the woods. You know, she's reaching out to Victor. We have the logos for Corpse Bride and Skullector. And then here on one side, we can see a close-up of Emily, of course, looking fabulous. Then on the other side, we can see another, well, just the other half of her face. So that's interesting. Here on the back, we can see actually a nice background where it's the bridge and the moon and the forest here in the background. And of course we have the church. And then here on the ground, we can see the land of the dead, right? So we have the little monument here with the horse, skeleton horse, and all these lights. And of course here is Emily herself just strutting about, you know, taking a little walk. Taking the covers off, we can see here the back shares a description in French and in English. Honestly, I love this description. It's really heartfelt and it really does explain the movie plot nicely, and it just reminds me of like the movie. And it has been a while since I've seen the movie, but I definitely got to rewatch it now after I film, because it's just nostalgic to me. Like, it really is nostalgic. I feel like it's just such one of those movies like Coraline, or like Nightmare Before Christmas, where you just kind of grow up with it and it just is kind of what you know. It's part of your childhood. On one side, once again, we have another stock photo of Emily here, and then on the other side we can see another stock photo of her. Here is Emily. Oh my gosh, look at her. She looks amazing. She's obviously in the inside of the church here with all the butterflies, or moths, I believe, you know, flying around. And yeah, this scene is from the end of the movie, where she basically like sets herself free, you know, and Victor too. And I just, yeah, it's like such a touching scene, because, yeah, many reasons, honestly. And it still gets me. Like, she's just like, she lets go, and then she becomes many butterflies, and that's her story. Like, it's so sad, but you know, it's also beautiful, I guess. Wow. I mean, again, the face, I feel like it's just perfect. We'll get to the outfit. Anyway, enough of the packaging. Stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get her unboxed. Here's Emily, of course, all unboxed. Her stand is unique. The base is the same as per usual, but this is unique. It's like a clear, and then here we have a saddle stand, but also she includes a unique piece here that goes around her legs. It actually kind of grabs onto the legs from the side. So I think that's a good way to stabilize her, especially because she has one bone leg and one normal leg. So I figured that's why they thought, let's include this as a added security measure. So that's nice. It does work, but it's still a little wobbly. So you know, would have been better if they could have had her with a unique stand or something, especially because she doesn't have any accessories. Then we have her certificate, of course, and it's the usual cardstock. It's really thick and it's really nice and black. We have some silver as well. This certifies that your Monster High Skullector Emily doll materialized through the collaborative efforts of designers and artists at Mattel, with the signature of Rebecca Shipman. Yes, so adorable. And then, of course, we have the main girl here, Emily, and look at her. Let's just take a second to take her beauty in, to bask in her beauty. Like this, wow, the face is spot on. It captures her expression perfectly with the eyebrows here. We even have some painted on eyebrow lines right there, if you can see them. She has the unique kind of like shape of eyeshadow here. It's like a dark purple, and we have some long lashes as well, which look, wow, amazing. Her eyes are like a gray. They are, of course, smaller pupils because that's the style of Tim Burton. And then she has some more eyeshadow going down underneath her eyes. We can see here on one of her cheeks, they painted her like little hole here where you can see her teeth. That's, painted on. That's not like molded into the plastic. It would have been nice, but I feel like, you know, they didn't have the budget anymore, so that's okay. This works too. Her lipstick is a nice mauve, kind of like very nice, muted pink, I would say. Her earrings are, are her worm friend, which I forget his name in the movie, but on one end it goes in and on the other end it comes out. So I think that is just so funny and such a perfect way to include him as an accessory, but also as a piece of jewelry for her. And it is accurate. Like in the movie, we see scenes where he's actually in her ear. Like, love the details as well on his face, where we can see his teeth, his little yellow eyes, the black eyebrows. Like, what? That's insane details. The tiara headpiece here has a lot of drooping bits here that kind of like look like there's jewels right there, or also like spider webs right there. We have three main moths here that are painted, moths or butterflies, I'm not sure, that are painted in a light blue that also match the one on her belt. We'll see in a second. The headpiece kind of like wraps around her front, like the top here, which does look more like spider webs all the way around. And then we have basically the veil, which is very long. The veil has, it's just white mesh tulle, one of those two. It's one layer and it goes basically all the way past her hair and down to her dress. It has raw edges, of course, and there's a lot of like droopy bits that are cut out here. They kind of like flow around, but it is very delicate because it's just one layer and it is like this very delicate fabric, so I would be careful. But I do like how it's very flowy, and it just really, it gives a lot of atmosphere to the doll and a lot of dynamic. And her hair is a really vibrant blue. It's very long, very soft. It's mainly straight, but with a little curl, like a little wave here at the very bottom. It's very thick, I have to say. I brushed it out. It's very nice and soft. It almost reaches her feet, which is amazing. Then since we're back here, let's take a look at the dress. Okay, so here is the back of her dress and the belt. You can see here the belt, it closes up here in the back. We can see also there's a lot of like these pieces that are kind of like flowing, like just really wobbly. I feel like because of how mine was positioned in her box, this piece right here, it's supposed to lay like this. It's supposed to just lay like that, but it got squished and it got squished like this. So yeah, kind of unfortunate, and it's not finding its way back, so it's not staying in this shape. And also be careful because some of these little branches right here, like these pointy parts, they kind of tend to go into these into this fabric right here because it has holes. So yeah, be careful because I do feel like this, see right there, these pieces right here tend to snag on the and get caught in the actual, like, I don't know what to do, like in the actual fabric of her dress. Okay, see, so you gotta be careful. So it's a nice belt, but I do feel like, you know, it's kind of like a lot, and because it does snag on the dress, you know, that kind of like, to me, is not nice because it has potential to like actually ruin the dress here, this front layer. But anyway, We have some more chains here, some more branches, some mauves that are not painted, and then of course the main front layer that's in white with the spiderweb details here. As you can see, it goes all the way down to her feet. And then of course we can see that she has 2 more layers underneath this white one. We have a dark blue one and a light blue one. And I love, honestly, it's really gorgeous how these 2 layers really sparkle underneath this white. Like you can see, it catches the light really nicely. So I love that detail. Now turning her around, oh yeah, also the top of her torso has some little bits of blue tulle wrapping around it. Turning her around, we can see a better look at the front of her dress with the bodice here at the very top. We can see a nice little sweetheart neckline with, again, more of that tulle in blue, some clear straps, of course, and then here's the hole where you can see her exposed ribs. Wow, there's 3 in total right there that are molded into her body, which that looks amazing. And honestly, I'm just happy that they were able to capture this important detail about her character appearance. One arm is normal in blue, and then one arm is a skeleton arm with this arm warmer, which is supposed to represent her decaying skin in the actual movie, or that's at least how I saw it. So this blue is supposed to represent her, you know, skin, if you will. We love to see her little ring here in gold, which is removable, so very delicate. Be very careful because you might lose this very easily, but thankfully the ring is very snugly on her finger. It's not falling off at all, so nice to see. Then we have her belt here. We do have 1 moth or butterfly painted in blue, which again matches her little tiara or headpiece. Love to see that. And we do have more of these dangly little branches that are going all over the place. And once again, we have one right here in the front that kind of is misplaced. It's supposed to be like this, but it's just kind of like going off to the side. So yay, it looks awful, but it's okay. I still like the idea of the belt. We do have here a split in the center, and we can see it flow nicely to the end of the dress. That's what I mentioned, right? It's very sparkly here, the fabrics in blue. Really gorgeous. We can see her one leg is skeleton, of course, and then the other is normal. And just like with the arm, this little piece of fabric is supposed to represent her decaying flesh or skin off her bone. So that's why we have this piece right here that kind of is like a sock, basically. I love the detail. It really does look like that. It really does give that illusion, that effect from the movie. Lastly, her shoes, they are a normal pair of stiletto pumps, I believe, in the movie. And here they've taken some creative liberty and they've given her some open-toed little sandalettes, basically, with some nice little jewelry here dangling down the front right there, as you can see. And then we have a rose on one of them. And of course, the object heels are interesting. For one of them, we have scraps, which is really cute, but it doesn't really look well on her. It doesn't really work as well as an object heel on her shoe. It just kind of looks weird and sticks out, but I do like that they were able to include him as a, you know, little reference at least. And then on the other object heel, we have the tree from the movie. And that's Emily. She's even more gorgeous in person, trust me. I cannot wait for more people to get her because she is just a really beautiful doll in the face. I have no cons. Like, I think her face is beautiful and stunning and perfect. The veil is nice, the hair is nice. I like the top half of her dress. The belt, you know, I'm 50-50 on the belt. I also do like the bottom skirt. It's nice enough, but I do feel like there could have been a bit more here. At least there are multiple layers, and I do like the shoes as well. So overall, I don't know, I just think she's stunning. That's gonna do it for my unboxing review of the new Monster High Skullector Emily Corpse Bride doll. And wow, I love her even more unboxed. I just think she's such a pretty doll. Again, maybe the dress is not as accurate, but you know what? I think it still does its job. It looks good enough, and I think the little belt actually is not that bad. The shoes look nice from the front, but of course, you know, in the back we do have these chunky object heels, which I do think at least they are references to scraps and the tree that plays a role, of course, because of, you know, that's how the whole thing happens in a movie, right? So I think that's really nice, and I do like the layers of the dress, like that's really nice, but I kind of don't like how in the back here they kind of bunch up here, like the blue layer underneath, like the longest one. It kind of, because it's too long, and it kind of like twirls up, and it kind of like, I don't like that, how it looks, but that's in the back, so you won't see it anyway. I'm just saying, like, I feel like the length of the dress maybe is a little bit weird. Like, it's not long enough for it not to curl up, but it's also short enough for it to curl up. So anyway, I love the body modification for her with the skeleton limbs and of course the ribs peeking out. Her expression, her veil is just precious. Like, look at this expression right there. It is accurate. It looks like the hair color is accurate. Like, I just think she looks really stunning. And the ring, it's removable. Like, it's a small piece, so don't lose it. Yeah, just, I don't know, like, she's just precious. Like, I feel like she's amazing. And yeah, she could have used an accessory, like a bouquet at least of flowers would have been nice to have. Or maybe like just a purse, you know, anything. But no, there's no accessories, which sucks. But still, she's just stunning. I mean, look at her, and I think she's definitely worth getting and adding to your collection. But what do you think of Miss Emily here? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below, of course, only if you're able to, and so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the dollty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.